Hi, I'm Robin Ziegler. I'm the Historic Zoning Administrator for the Metro Historic Zoning Commission. And this video is one of a series of videos to inform you about the Neighborhood Conservation Design Guideline Consolidation Project. And if you haven't done so already, we recommend you reviewing the overview video before continuing with this one. This one is just to talk about part 2, and part 2 of the consolidated draft is all the individual chapters for each district, where language specific to each district was collected from the current design guidelines. All the maps have been revised for each district. The boundaries have not changed, just the graphics of the maps, so that they all have a consistent look, because they were all created at different times. There are very few changes recommended for individual districts. One is to clarify in the Bowling House district that if a 2-story building is appropriate, then it should have a hipped roof. It's been a policy, but not officially part of the design guidelines. And then moving to Cherokee Park, recently those property owners asked that stone be included as a potential primary siding for infill. Currently, the design guidelines only allow for brick. Also, several years ago, the commission found that rear attached garages could be appropriate because of the lack of a rear alley, and so that guidance has been added as italicized information. Every district has a new, 2 districts have a new short history, that's Greenwood and Maxwell, so that doesn't really change their guidelines. Although recently the Greenwood neighborhood did state that they wanted all infill to be capped at 1.5 stories, so that guidance has been added. Then in the Lockland Springs East End design guidelines, there were references to MDHA's design guidelines for 5 points as a way to keep an applicant from having to reference 2 different documents when planning a project in 5 points. The language has been removed since the MDHA district expires later this year, and the draft also includes some italicized information that the commission's followed for probably 8 years or more, but has always been unitalicized. Has always been italicized, will now be unitalicized. And then recently, the Woodlawn neighborhood requested clarification on attached and detached garages, and that information has been added. So that concludes our summary of proposed changes to part 2. Please see other videos in this series for additional information. You can also visit nashville.gov for drafts, section by section comparisons for each district, information about the process, meeting notes and additional resources, and you can send comments to us in a variety of ways as you see here, and this information is also available on our website at nashville.gov. Thanks for joining us today.